right, welcome back, everybody. Happy Monday or Tuesday, whatever day you're watching this on. Back with another episode of Down South, Up North. Kyle, what's going on, dude?
Dude, nothing much. I'm excited to bring you guys another episode of Down South Up North.
Yeah, hope you liked that Friday special of the game show type thing. Like Kyle said, if we have time or if we don't have time, that's going to be some stuff, some fun segments we play along. So, make sure you check it out and turn on that bell for notifications. But without further ado, let's kick off today's show with the Athletic Alert. All right, Kyle, this one hits home for you, dude.
It does.
Matt Ryan, former Falcons and Colts quarterback, has retired from the National Football League after 15 years in the NFL. Before we get to it, though, let's play a quick little tribute video he did. I'm sure you've probably already seen it by now, but take a listen.
April 26, 2008. My lifelong dream came true. Ever since I can remember, all I ever wanted to do was play professional sports. And on that Saturday in New York City, the Atlanta Falcons gave me that chance. Thank you to Arthur Blank, Mike Smith, and Thomas Dimitroff
I think he made the tough choice, not the easy
for making that dream of mine a reality.
In the 2008 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons select Matt Ryan, quarterback.
That first season was special. I learned quickly from veteran teammates like Todd McClure, Keith Brooking, Brian Finneran, Lawyer Malloy, John Abraham, and a whole bunch of others what it took to be a true professional. And for the rest of my career, I always tried to be that example for other teammates. Football is the ultimate team sport, and your teammates and coaches make enjoying the highs so much fun, and navigating the lows all the more bearable. I was lucky to be surrounded by so many great teammates and coaches. I learned very quickly what greatness looked like. From Roddy White,
Roddy's there, caught it, 5 touchdowns.
Tony Gonzalez,
Sails an end zone.
and Michael Turner.
Record book, Michael Turner to the 45.
A few years later, enter Julio Jones. And for 10 years, I was lucky to be his teammate.
Touchdown Atlanta.
7 years with Mike Smith as a head coach, and 6 with Dan Quinn made me learn what leading men truly look like,
Whatever it takes, we'll get it done. Has taken Atlanta to the Super Bowl.
and shaped my views on leadership significantly. I'm so thankful to have played for those guys for so long, and appreciated my 1 year with Arthur Smith.
Hang it downfield for Patterson, who makes the catch.
I truly believe that football, like life, is not simply about what you do, but rather who you do it with. And I was a better player because of the people I was surrounded by. So today, 16 years after being drafted, my childhood dream has officially come to an end.
Touchdown Atlanta.
I'm honored to retire as a Falcon. Thank you to all the Falcons fans for your continued support. Through the highs and the lows, I always felt your energy and passion. I want you to know that every day I felt the responsibility to give you the best version of myself. While we didn't accomplish everything we had hoped, I am proud of what we did. And I know that I gave everything I could to be the best that I possibly could.
Touchdown to Matt Ryan. How about his number 2 on it?
You have no control in this profession of where you start. I am so lucky that my start, and now my finish, is here in Atlanta.
Thank you for providing me that opportunity 14 times, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for being with us. Let's go, baby.
Okay, all right. Kyle, your precious Falcons quarterback from the past has announced his retirement. 4-time Pro Bowler, 2016 MVP, which a lot of people forget about, by the way. But probably one of his most famous moments. I'll let you take it from there on your reaction to his statement.
I'll just paint the entire scene for you. So first off, Matt Ryan retiring as a Falcon, let's be honest, he's been retired for like 4 years now, 3 years. He's been out of the league forever. But it's nice. The team that drafted him, the team that he was the starting quarterback for literally his entire career, he finally says his goodbye. I was just like, whatever. Like, Matt Ryan, I did appreciate his time here. He was a good quarterback, but let's bring up some past, and this is going to hurt me to do it. 2016 MVP season. Falcons have the best offense in the league. Julio Jones. You got Tyler Gabriel. You got Mohamed Sanu. You got in the backfield Tevin Coleman. The list goes on and on. Devontae Freeman. You have some. That offense was the best offense in the National Football League. No doubt. You go into the Super Bowl. You're fucking mopping the floor with the New England Patriots. You're like, oh, dude. I'm watching the game at my house. I'm in the 8th grade, remind you. I got my foam finger. I got my football signed by all the Falcons. Dude, I'm jumping up and down after that pick six. I'm so excited, dude. I'm so happy. And then just a few minutes left in that third quarter, Tom Brady just marches down and scores. I'm thinking, oh, no, this ain't good. We go down the field. It's third and 3, 3rd and 4. We're in field goal range. Just hand the ball off the middle. No, Kyle Shanahan decides to call a play action. Matt Ryan takes about 20 yards backwards, gets sacked right at field goal range. We got a punt. Bam, what does Tom Brady do? Scores. So now they're in the ball game. They're in there, and then they score again, and the rest is history. So I could go on and on about this. I was telling Matt before the show, either when you're a baseball fan, basketball fan, baseball, whatever sport it is, if you're an avid fan of those sports, there's always one game that just lives in the back of your head to the day you die. You know how you felt in the moment. You know how you felt the next morning. You know how you felt a week after the game happened. And the 2017 Super Bowl is, I'll never forget that feeling, dude. I think I cried. I think one tear shed down my face when we lost that game. And most people blame Matt Ryan. I'm not blaming it on Matt Ryan. I'm blaming it on Kyle Shanahan. So, Matty Ice, you didn't really do shit in your career, but hey, you got 60,000 passing yards. You won
62 something.
Yeah, 62,000. Hey, you won an MVP. You made some first team All Pros. You've been to the playoffs year in, year out. What's sad is you're going to be known for blowing leads, which sucks because he did it with the Colts a few years ago when they were up 36-0.
Yeah, but that wasn't a playoff game.
It wasn't a playoff game, but that's just like that's what he's going to be known for is the sad part. So enjoy retirement, brother. I don't know what else to say.
Well, I mean, does it? Let me ask you this: how do you feel now since you've had other QBs in Atlanta? How is do you appreciate Matt Ryan more?
What's so weird is that's a good question, is when Matt Ryan was there, we had a great offense, but a shitty defense and a shitty offensive line. Now it's like, I mean, our offense is still great, but we had a terrorist as a head coach. So it was like flipped. So we had a great defense, but a shitty offense. And I'm like, why? Like, that doesn't. If I'm Arthur Blank, I'm freaking the fuck out. I'm like, dude, it's just like that organization is so ass backwards. But I mean, dude, if he just had a good offensive line for a couple of years and had a defense that had over 5 brain cells, no doubt he has a Super Bowl ring, maybe even 2.
Yeah.
2012, people sleep on that 2012 Falcons run. Bro, we made it to the NFC Championship, and I ain't gonna lie, we're probably gonna beat the shit out of the Ravens. I mean, I ain't lying. So it just sucks. Like with Matt Ryan, it's the perfect case of shoulda, woulda, coulda with him. So I hope he has a good retirement. At least he retired with the Falcons, so that's nice.
Yeah. Well, instead of players who have not won big games, let's talk about a guy who has. Once again, Scottie Scheffler wins his 4th match in his last 5 starts. first player since Bernhard Langer in 1985 to win a week after the Masters. Now, of course, the last guy to do that. You want to take a guess?
It's got to be the GOAT.
It is Tiger Woods in 2007 and 2008, winning 4 out of their last 5 starts. And Scheffler, dude, you know, a lot of people take a little gap or take a little rest 1 week after probably one of the biggest events of the year. Not the best in the world. This guy is ridiculous. Kyle, I'm seriously considering that every week we need to do a Scottie Scheffler segment.
We might have to, dude. This guy, I think he has the potential to be greater than Tiger. I really think well, let me rephrase that. He has the potential, but is he in the same ballpark? No, but
not yet. But man, if he stays like this, dude,
it's kind of like the Patty Mahomes and Tom Brady, but Patty's slowly making his way. Bro, he's there, dude. Scottie is close.
Yeah,
wins the Masters in 22 and 24. This guy, bro, I was listening to some golfers, Max Homa. He was like, dude, the Masters is a very, very tough week. Not only are you playing the hardest golf course in the world, one of the hardest, but you're away from your family, you're away from your kids, your wife, you're by yourself in Augusta, Georgia. I'm from Georgia. Augusta is a pretty shit city, if I'm being completely honest. It's pretty shit.
And that golf course is hidden.
Hey, yeah, that golf course is hidden, so you're playing.
If you're driving, you wouldn't know where it's at.
Yeah, so there's a reason why most players, after they win it, they're like, golly, dude, I gotta take a break. I gotta spend time with my kids, my wife. I gotta sleep in a good bed. I gotta get some good sleep, work on my game a little bit more. But Scottie, dude, he was like, fuck that. I'm going to win the Masters, and then I'm going to the next tournament, and I'm going to win that too. That's elite,
RBC Heritage, I believe it was.
That's elite.
And he actually came out on Thursday in the press conference because he shot 2 under, or 2 under or 3 under, whatever it was. And he's like, guys, I'm a little fatigued. My preparation is not as good. I need to dial in. He had a double bogey on Thursday. The rest of the weekend, didn't have a single bogey. He went the entire tournament without a single bogey. He had 1 double bogey all weekend. No bogeys. Like, do you know how insane that is? I don't care where you're going. You're playing with the best in the world. This guy, I'm really considering that. Calling it Scottie Scheffler stays scorching hot or something like that. Because, I mean, he is ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Dude, no bogey for the rest of the tournament is insane.
I mean, you take that double bogey away Thursday. He plays bogey-free golf all weekend. That is ridiculous, dude.
He's parring. The worst he's doing is parring every hole. So he's probably majority pars, couple birdies, couple eagles. Like, dude, that's
nuts.
What the hell, dude?
It's nuts.
That's insane.
It's nuts. I know.
Oh my god.
I know. Scottie Scheffler he's dialed, dude. I mean, is there any
locked.
Is there any other way to say that?
There's nothing else we could say. He's dialed in for the rest of the year.
I know. He's coming for that throne, but all the power to him.
Oh my god.
So let's get into some baseball though. We're kind of in that still really early phases still. A lot of teams, you don't really know anything, but I'm actually going to show my shirt this time. As you can see, representing the New York Mets, baby. Look, as of April 15th, and I'll show up a graphic, the NL East, the Mets started, they started 0-5. This graphic will tell you 1-5. But since then, they are on fire. They have won 5 straight series. And in that stretch, they beat the Kansas City Royals, which, Kyle, you know how good they're playing. The Pittsburgh Pirates, who, decent team so far, but still we don't really know much. And yeah, they just beat the World Series favorites in LA. Now, I'm not going to talk about the game yesterday where they lost 10-0. I'm not going to talk about that. But they won the first 2. And they're right back. They're right back in the conversation for one of the hottest teams in the MLB. Now, unfortunately, one of the other best teams in the MLB and still the hottest is your Atlanta Braves. And the Mets unfortunately lost Francisco Alvarez, the catcher, to a thumb injury. So that is a big piece of the Mets offense and defense. But dude, don't look now. The New York Mets are making some noise happen.
They are. I will say the Mets have turned it around. They are playing really good baseball right now. They just finally, like, it all just clicked for them, for the Mets, which is good because it's technically a four-way fight for first place right now. Braves and Philadelphia tied at 15 wins, Mets at 12. Washington at 10. They're only 5 games behind. In Miami, I don't even got to mention them.
Yeah, but talk about a team that didn't flip a switch early on.
Yeah, dude, Miami just got worse. I mean, that could be a whole episode talking about how shit Miami is, but I won't. But, dude, Travis d'Arnaud, 5 home runs in 4 games, hits 3 bombs against the Rangers in Game 1. That's insane. And then hits another one the next day. So Travis d'Arnaud coming to play some baseball, that's always amazing.
Against his former team in the Mets.
I mean, d'Arnaud's played for
not against, but
d'Arnaud's played for like 10 teams in his career. Yeah. But hey, he does it. He does it again. That's always huge. Orlando Arcia, he's getting on base. He's leading the team in batting average with 338. Big Bear Ozuna, that guy, like, he's just insane, dude. I'm surprised he's still on the team for this long. He almost has 10 homers on the season, and he leads the team in RBIs, 27. But what's even crazier is Ronald Acuna is not even playing really good baseball right now, and that's what's crazy. Is I think we're literally one of the best offenses in baseball because we have 125 runs for second, and we lead in batting average with a 283. So we're playing really good baseball, and our best player is not even dialed in yet. The Spencer Strider injury does hurt the team a lot, but he said it. He was like, you guys do not need me to win a World Series, which I definitely agree with. As long, like, after watching our run in the 2021 playoffs, you have to just everything has to be together. That's the only thing. Look at the Phillies for the past couple of years. Their pitching has been elite. Their offense is scoring runs. Their bullpen is great, and that's all you need. Offense needs to be alive. Pitching, bullpen. That's all you need. And I've been saying it for so long now. Some people are like, oh, we didn't have a good regular season and we barely squeaked in. Who gives a shit about the regular season? Make the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, a couple years ago when the Padres were the 5 seed, I believe, came to the Mets and beat them 2 games, and they will go in, they beat the Dodgers, and then it's a whole different ball game.
That's all. Like, you don't need to have this great regular season like the Braves did last year where they broke all these records. They did all this. What happened? We got fucking pounced in the first round. Make the playoffs. That's what every team needs to do. Obviously, not every team can make it, but just make the playoffs. And then you get there and just stay hot. Like, the Phillies is the best example. So I'm excited to see how this run for the NL East is going to play out for the rest of the year because it's very tight. It's going to be tight all year.
Yeah, I mean, for a second, and then look, they're the Mets, so anything can happen. But, it's good. It's good to see that 4 teams are competitive because, I mean, the NL East, man, they're always up there. They always have a 2 to 3 team run, up until September and October. And I don't know if you saw, but Ozzy Albies is coming back pretty soon.
That's good. Just him and his foot, man. It always happens.
He got cleared to begin fielding drills, so that's always good news for the Braves.
That is very good. So hopefully he gets back here pretty soon and just gets back to what he does best, just hitting home runs and getting on base. So hopefully he's back pretty soon.
Yeah, but needless to say, it's good for the league when you have good teams in that division. But the Phillies, man, I still think the Phillies are always scary. They're always a threat, no matter what time of year it is.
They are. It's just the Phillies are such a weird team, dude.
It's like
so weird.
They're like hot and cold, but then like October hits and they're just like they're on fire.
Scorching.
Like
they're scorching when October hits.
They bring the bats out like just in time.
Yeah, I don't get it. I really don't. But it's going to be a good season for everyone.
Yeah, it's still early, so lots of baseball left to play. But sticking in baseball, you know what time it is, Kyle? Time for our prospect rankings.
Let's do it, baby.
All right, I'll let you kick this one off. We're going Division I today. So who do you got, Division I baseball player out of Georgia that you think is having a good
Division I
week?
This is gonna hurt me because it's one of the colleges I hate the most. But I'm going with Georgia Tech freshman infielder Drew Burris. This guy's batting .383 on the year, 17 home runs. But earlier in the season, this guy hit 4 bombs in one game. This guy has some donkey power, dude, and he's a freshman. 57 hits on the year, 48 RBIs. This kid's just a unit. I'm trying to pull up some more stats here. When he graduated from Houston County, Georgia. If any of y'all know, that's where the Georgia quarterback, I believe, what's his name? Jake Fromm went to high school. So they produce pretty good athletes. He led them to 2 state championships and 4 region. He was named Georgia Player of the Year. He was a perfect game All-American, hit 31 bombs his junior year. He was the #1 outfielder in Georgia, and he was the #2 prospect in the state of Georgia. So this guy's the real deal. And the fact he's only a freshman and he's hit 17 bombs. Like, dude, he's just going to get better and better and better. And I think the ACC is an underrated conference when it comes to baseball because you got North Carolina. They're always pretty solid. You got Clemson. They're always pretty solid. Florida State's always in that discussion of being pretty solid.
A lot of Florida teams down there.
A lot of Florida teams. Florida itself. Dude, I mean, one of the I don't know how to pronounce his name, so I'm not going to butcher it, but he's a high prospect in the draft. Dude, he hit a bomb 516 feet a few days ago.
How old?
I think he's a senior.
Senior, yeah.
So, yeah. So, like, Florida, or that's SEC, but
yeah,
still, like.
Yeah. You got Miami, too, though.
Yeah, Miami, they're always in the conversation. So, this kid, dude, he's just going to get better and better every single year. I mean, remember the name Drew Burris, because around his senior year, you might see him lurking around the top 10 in mock drafts because this guy just has some absolute donkey power to him.
Dude, you're on a streak with the young guys.
I am
choosing the underclassmen. Underclassmen. Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, I think you'll get a kick out of this one. So I'm choosing Rider University. To be honest, didn't even know they existed until about 2.5 hours ago. But started the season 2-14, right?
Damn.
2-14. Like talk about a down year. You got nothing to play for. But that all changed. That all changed on March 22nd when they started their 17-2 run in the last month. 17-2. So now they're 19-16. I mean, this team is hot. Like, you want to talk about hot.
Flipping the script.
Yeah.
Flipping the script.
Yeah. Brian, and I hope I don't butcher his last name, Skettini. He's a senior. Get this. He's 5'10", 215 pounds. You want to talk about a unit? That is a unit. And this dude is hitting the ball. I mean, he's hitting the ball well. Batting .321, 6 homers on the year. But I want to talk about his 34 RBIs, which leads the team by 7. Second guy has 27 RBIs on that team. 34 RBIs. By the way, he's a catcher. I know I've been talking a lot about catchers on this segment, but catcher for his freshman and his sophomore year. Sophomore year also started playing first base. In junior and senior year, he's been playing catcher, first baseman, and third baseman. I guess he's just been flipping around the entire diamond at this point. But, I mean, this guy is hitting the ball well. He's hitting the ball hard, and he's driving runners in, which he's scoring runs for his team. And that's what I think the big indicator of this 17-2 run has been. In all 34 games that he has played, he has 10 total strikeouts. And he's been at bat 137 times. Kyle, you can probably speak to this more than I can, but that is ridiculous. Like, you're going to the plate, he's getting a hit a lot instead of getting striking out. I mean, I don't know if he's just playing more aggressive or he's just swinging until he can hit the fence, but that to me is a standout, and this guy is definitely worthy of my prospect player of the week.
Definitely. Just that alone, in 34 games, he has 10 strikeouts and 137 at-bats. You want to talk about getting in the batter's box, and every time the pitcher throws a pitch, that shit just looks like a big beach ball coming in? Like, that's what he's doing out there. Again, I think baseball and golf are the two hardest sports in the world, in my opinion. And the fact that he's going against guys that are throwing 93, 94, 95. I mean, the velocity of the pitches in the game now have drastically changed. So it's not very hard to, have 2 or 3 guys bumping upper 90s, mid 90s, stuff like that. So the fact that he has striked out only 10 times in 137 at bats, that's insane.
As a big boy too.
As a big boy too. So that's insane, dude. That is a great pick. Like, damn.
Yeah.
And he leads the team in RBIs. So
by 7.
Like, every time he gets up the bat, he just sees that thing, and it's like the pitcher just walking down to him with that ball on a silver platter, just being like, hit it.
If you do the math, he's literally averaging 1 RBI a game. I think his highest this season has been 5. He had 5 RBIs in one game.
Holy shit!
But I mean,
yeah,
dude,
he's a unit, dude.
I mean, look, as a senior, you go 2-14, you're like, shit, dude. I'm just gonna wait till the draft. But 17-2. I mean, I don't know where it's gonna take him, but he's on fire, and so is Rider University. So, congrats, Brian.
Congrats, Brian. Holy shit! What a pick for prospect rankings.
Absolutely. All right, but that's gonna wrap for today's show. Again, late upload, so depending on when you see this, lot of good stuff today, Kyle.
Yeah, I enjoyed today's episode. This was fun. Again, wherever y'all are seeing this, you're watching it in the morning, eating your Wheaties, or at night, whenever it is. Just make sure you go to our social media, show love and stuff. We're posting almost every single day. Just make sure y'all go show love to that, especially the YouTube shorts. Make sure y'all go to the YouTube channel, check out the shorts. But solid episode today. Very solid.
Absolutely. All right. We'll be back Wednesday with some more stuff. But that's going to do it for this episode of Down South Up North. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace!